Traveling to other worlds is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days. Goodness knows what they find so disappointing about their own world.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
Right here. Emerge. Right here. I'll protect us. Right now. Right here.
Commit it to memory.
Wind Strider!
Don't tell me that's everything.
One with nature!
Later. How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
For justice.
How about we explore the area ahead of us later? What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a Harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friend. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all. Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family was...
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Teyvat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on... Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina...
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother. To prove that she treated... Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age, who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light...
Oh no.
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hope. It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her if she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained. Precisely. Death was the only way that she... It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruere from that moment on. Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood. The sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Crucibina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survived Peruere won the battle. and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Perraware. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, after I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was...
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something... You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special... Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the...
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would, but other times she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes. The reason is actually quite simple. In but no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gun, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your...
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Is this really what you want to do?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs: anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I gave your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Here they are, Father.
Oh, you gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time. But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Nantoy clearly said, if only Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things.
I did not! You're lying!
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said?
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo? Have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressing?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case.
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know that a single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about...
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it?
Filial, Nantoy, I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be... If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness.
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Fultz, we...
Chapleau, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these
All those who betray the house.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, we all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted... But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please. Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way.
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered, traitor. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Bead.
Impossible. Father is way too...
Did you hear that, Traveler? Letting the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win some? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Oh, looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
What the traveler gonna do? Come on.
Wrong, Traveler! Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
Let's go.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less.
Pew, pew, pew. Obviously, we can beat this shit. Beach.
I see everything.
Domain
Make yourselves at home.
expansion.
Is it my turn now? Body and mind. Witness the power.
Right now. A sight to behold.
Watch out for Father's movements!
Is it my turn now?
Now that's more like it.
Fuck.
With these rising flames,
Yay!
Is it
that
my
all?
turn now?
La, 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 la.
Hang in there. Closer now.
with the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Have a taste of
Right
purgatory.
here, right now.
Oh, fuck off. I'm a
Pace
toss.
yourself. Spare your energy. Running is a
Carry my knowledge.
No, my sword! Emerge.
Come on, she ain't the Archon.
Now's our chance!
The countdown has begun.
Commit to memory.
With these rising flames,
Hey, bye.
Father's even stronger than I expected.
is it my turn?
This may hurt a little. The Temple
Not
of
bad.
Wisdom.
You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all. Look at me. Trapped like a bunch of helpless animals.
Scout!
Spare your energy. Running is a routine.
Ass. Dudes.
Emerge.
Is it my turn now?
Commit to memory.
देखो भाई टीम तो जिंदा रह लेगी. All thanks to dumbass Hyper Bloom. What is this? Carnage Venom? I mean, obviously देख रखा हो, but still need that content. Singe of Two Worlds, Flames. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Fucking Carnage, Spider-Man, Spider-Monkey. हाँ भाई ये कर लो.
Let the show.
My blade is all that remains.
Over here.
Body and mind.
Oh my god, मुझे लगा ही था.
Right now, right here. Nothing lasts forever. Right now.
Watch out for Father's movements! Scout!
Woo! Where is my omelette? Yep. There goes Penombre.
See how strong your resolve truly is.
Oh my fucking god.
Next.
Hey, Spider Monkey.
Over here. The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains.
How am I supposed to survive that shit?
Rain outlines your thick.
Hold up.
Movements! Look out!
I'll protect us.
Oh, she's dead. Fuck no.
Now's our chance. Over here. Sometimes it's only the beginning.
Come on. Traveler, why? Dude, I can beat her? What's so hard? Why the cutscene?
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Belle.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
A crimson moon. I can't move.
That's fucking Conqueror's Haki. What the hell?
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
That's Conqueror's Haki. Ayo, the F. Dude, fucking make a rerun for Arlecchino right now.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all.
Liddy.
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed.
No!
I never thought things would.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have...
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super...
Wonderful. Then,
Bottled flames?
indeed, they're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away, if you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten, in other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion.
So, you're just letting...
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survived...
Even so... I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Philip. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver.
Of course.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar, take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them... Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house.
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help.
Thank you.
Clairvy.
Can we talk now? You really are Perry, aren't you? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what
What
happened.
the fuck? No hesitation.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's that speechless. Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. Can you tell me about it? I wanted...
You never stopped trying to... At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make... Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling real, but somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, if I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice.
Is that so? But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's it's something I discussed with the Eudex. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it.
That's more than enough. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the...
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. You know, I used to dream of being being a bard, playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom? Even... Ah, that's where Mora comes from. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for... It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother? Well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. Those yokai you mentioned, what do they... I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you. I was always too afraid to skip Mother's but at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that... I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want. The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing... Oh no! Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly. All thanks to Detective Paimon, of course. How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Ahem. Okay, so it was like this. After...
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go...
Father, the bottled flames have been administered.
And you? What have you done?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we...
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility. One not so easily carried by someone.
I just never understood what you saw in me.
You're brave, talented, and you would do anything to protect them.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning. I'm not deserving of that title.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction, and the necessary strength to... We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family... The road ahead is not an easy one. So I'll ask you one last time.
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers at protecting my family at all.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for... At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we...
Oh my goodness.
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Booth d'été? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe we should go check on them. Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Oh, Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
Wait, what? You've met the...
Crusabina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, when I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crusabina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crusabina or Clairvy.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so...
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, and that's what Father told us.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crusabina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, if Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this...
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Of course.
Are Filial and Nantoyo...
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the opera. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they...
Seems like there's another event going on at the court of Fontaine. Look at that.
I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're a
No, not at all. I have only the fullest I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chiori.
Ooh, is that lady the owner of Chioria Boutique? We've never seen her before.
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something, then it'll be done. The first rule of business is to always keep your... Now, remember to not fold the gown, or store it under direct sunlight. I'll
Try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop.
Are you here to check out the offerings?
Sure are. Oh, Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. You're Miss Chiori, the owner of this boutique, right?
That's right. Oh, Navia told me about you. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Well, we've heard a...
Well...
Hey, Paimon's not a kid.
Oh.
Are there any Will you be showing...
Of course. Come to...
Hmm.
Yeah, that... Why would, in the end, fashion?
Huh.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Well, I...
Oh, we're a long way from...
No need to worry.
Excuse me. Coming through. Coming through. Chiori, your shipment's here. I know it's quite late, so...
Deep breaths.
Oh, so Kirara's the courier you were talking about.
Oh, hey, Traveler and Paimon. Fancy seeing you here in Fontaine. It's been a while. Maybe next time. Considering how late this delivery is, I'm not sure this is the time to play... Wait a second. This is the second time that you've seen me flub a delivery job now, isn't it? Oh.
So, what was the holdup? Sailing delays, but...
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into...
Bandits, then? Or treasure hoarders?
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly.
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
Alright. I was stopped by a group of They were a little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komunia Express. It was...
So it was a targeted hit?
My fabric shipment?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my...
Oh, are you okay, Kirara?
Oh, I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards. It just took me a while to round them all up.
Well, it's not completely out of the order. Is there something else that you're keeping from me?
Huh?
Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
You always know how to get me, Chiori. Alright, so... I kinda wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me. So I spent... One of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them, and who might this... Chiori, why don't we just let this one go?
I appreciate your kindness, Kirara. But if I don't teach this person a lesson, anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves...
Alright.
Uter.
Well...
So you both know...
Through Chiori's...
So he's like a business rival.
A rival is what you call someone who... Uter. I've already warned him before to compete with me.
Wait, Chiori, where are you going?
To teach someone...
Chiori!
Hey! she's gone.
Oh no.
You seem concerned.
Well, Traveler, Paimon, could.
Yeah, we'll take.
Well.
Meow meow meow, niggas. Hello. Oh, I am so lonely. I am so sad. I am unhappy. La 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 la.
Most humans could have the entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a few short lines. Their stories really make for terribly dull reading.
So hard to pick the perfect gift.
Fashion week is coming up. My husband promised to get me a replica of the most eye-catching outfit for the show.
Sayori. Hey, Bruce.
Any chance you're on
What
the
in the
clock,
4-star
officer?
buffer is doing here?
Nothing good ever come. Oh? And who are these two?
Come on, you don't know us.
So you came too? Allow me to introduce you. These two are the Traveler and Paimon.
The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Well, I wouldn't say everyone on the patrol uses a musket. I just happen to have formed a platoon made up mostly of musketeers.
Whoa, Chiori, Paimon didn't know you went so far back with such a cool person!
It's nothing. In my line of work, it's not uncommon to run into some trouble every now and then. And she's helped me get out of a few sticky. In return, I've helped her take care of some things that you could say aren't exactly in her purview as the captain of the Special Patrol. And that
It's nice being the captain of the special patrol. It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one.
neither. I'm requesting personal supervision from said
Are you
Not if I can help it.
All right.
Follow me.
Oh fuck. Well fuck. Genshin is down because Ping is dead.
Just promise you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
Well, when trouble stops coming my way, I'll be sure to get on that. This should be the place.
You know, Chevraz, Paimon gets...
It's just as cheap.
Does Chiori have...
I'd say it's the uniform, but put them in a clothing boot.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain as a result. Shiori often picks up on all kinds of information in her shop. Most of her customers are members of the upper class, which means they're pretty much up to the gills in wealth and intel.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Huh, Paimon gets it now?
Exactly. I'm also here to ensure Chiori's safety. Those who make trouble for her also tend to be rich and powerful. And in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people from Chiori herself. So, who got on her case this time? It's been a while since I last saw her that angry.
Oh, so this is what happened.
Huh? Uter, you say?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already, so he's back at...
Whoa, what?
I just meant that Uter's done for. Because this is...
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
Has anyone ever taught you
BSNL
the
तो मरा पड़ा है
definition of stupidity?
Huh?
हैं?
Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing over
हाँ.
and over again. It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So, allow me to refresh your memory. Lay off. Oh.
गलत मरा पड़ा है.
Officer, an assault's in progress! Please, officer, you've got to do something!
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed to have missed what happened. Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you?
Genshin
There's nothing in there that would implicate you in any illegal activity, I would hope.
मरा पड़ा है ना loading.
Forget it. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future, especially out in the open like this.
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
You...
Is there anything else either of you have to say for yourselves?
That's all from me.
Let's see कितना देर टिकता है.
We'll see about that.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon!
You're too kind.
Now's not.
Oh, I started with
Insults and threats.
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
You could have reported him to the guards.
Oh, I will. But it'll take
Hey
some
yo,
time
what up?
for
It's
them
your
to gather
boy.
evidence. And he denied that he ever had anything to do with those bandits.
What the fuck?
I don't want
What
anything
the
else to happen during
fuck?
Fontaine Fashion Week. On
क्या
top of
मतलब
that,
वड़ा पाव?
if you
That's
reference what
offensive.
you
That's
did,
racist.
the
Hey yo,
least
मैं
you can
offend
do
हो
is
गया.
safety. Oh, that reminds me.
What is.
Have I?
Don't you think you're.
I always pay you. It's just like you said.
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
We're back.
You were gone for an awfully long time. Oh, please tell me nothing bad happened.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in Fontaine messing with your deliveries again.
Sorry, Chiori. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble.
What are you talking about? You didn't do anything wrong. Those greedy bandits are to blame, along with a certain someone who doesn't know when to lay off the petty tricks. The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rasula can take the second half. With that sort of escort, the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer to carry them for you.
Good one, Chiori.
I'm being serious. You know me. If I...
Wait, you...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Navia, I'll give her a heads up in a bit.
There's really no...
Well, it'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends.
Well,
with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything...
I believe so. I'll try to check.
Paimon's gonna...
But of course, that's also...
But isn't your brand already really famous?
Even so,
Well...
then it's still not famous enough.
All of it?
Wait.
Alternatively, of course...
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do our best to make it a reality. Is there anything we can do to help out with Fashion Week?
ये क्या feed है?
I'm sure I could think of something.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and model for
ये
me?
मेरा लाइव स्ट्रीम इग्नोर मार के चले गए.
You'll
What the
serve as
fuck?
my living mannequins.
Oh, so we get to try on some of your clothes?
स्ट्रीम को
Seeing them off the rack will
24
also give you
hours
the
to
chance to
24
make small
hours
adjustments in
अच्छा
stitching and the
इसमें लिखा है
silhouette
if you have
designs.
24 hours with me
उसकी बगल वाली को लगा बे.
नहीं.
कमला
Fuck.
ओके ये हॉरर जो इंडियन हॉरर गेम है वो है क्या?
हाँ वही है
भाई
Most of the clothes, if you
असल में अच्छी है ये.
Sounds great!
नॉट बैड.
then we have a deal.
अच्छा बना है पता है गेम अच्छा बनाया है
No,
Not bad.
this is dangerous.
खेल सकते हैं.
ऐसे गंदी चीजें देखते हो तुम लोग स्ट्रीम में.
अबे खेल सकते हैं स्ट्रीम पे. इंडियन गेम है चलता है.
हाँ सब बंदे खेल तो रहे हैं
No, that's horror. That's bad.
मैं
Bad for
पीछे
health.
हूँ क्या?
हिंदी को जो बोलते हैं ना
मैंने भी
फट
नहीं
जाती है.
बट शायद परचेज्ड है
परचेस्ड है तो थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा मेरे को. क्योंकि एट प्रेजेंट पैसा पूरा खत्म हो चुका है. नात्सु पैसा दिया था वो भी उड़ा दिया मैसेज.
बिरयानी में
नहीं एक प्लेट बिरयानी खाए थे. बाकी एक प्लेट का तो ये कर लिया हम लोग
गिव अवे.
भाई. लेकिन नात्सु इधर आगे कतई मेरे को गाली बक रहा है. अगर तूने मेरे खाने के साथ से किया तो देख छोड़ूंगा नहीं करके.
Yep.
Did everything...
I believe so. The way they marched though, they took care.
Yes.
व्यू का लगा.
My thoughts.
You know...
I suppose that Nadia has that same.
PYUK व्यू
Indeed.
स्टक एट एनीमे.
Fashion
Stuck
is
at
about.
any.
नात्सु
Well,
Oh yeah.
वी ल्यूक नहीं वी
एक सेकंड. मैं
How exactly?
PYUK.
carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye to.
Whoa, there's...
Well then, I'll leave the display.
सेकंड वन. हाँ ये इसके कौन से भी देख ले सारे मस्त है.
अरे देखे थे मैंने एक जो क्रिस ने दिखाया था एक बार
We just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
अबे ये नहीं देखा तुमने
देख ले ये मस्त है ये भी. 1 मिनट ही का है.
खुद ही कॉम्प्रोमाइज
Not
करके भाईचारा दिखा रहे हैं.
You might just have an eye for design.
लॉन्डो की एक ऐसी भी
And
चलता हूँ
over
मैं.
here, stand
थोड़ी सी
still.
और लचीली
I'll
होती
take
तो
your
अपने यहाँ
measurements
चाक लेती.
first.
सिग्मा मेल ये वो लौंडे हैं जिसे किसी लड़की ने चूमा नहीं और जब उनसे पूछा तो एक बार बहाना सुन लो
Excuse
इनका.
me,
कभी ऐसी लड़कियों को किस भी
Miss
नहीं करूंगा जिसने
Chiori.
अपने होठों पे लिपस्टिक लगा रखी हो क्योंकि लिपस्टिक
good
में बहुत
morning,
सारे
Leanne.
गंदे केमिकल्स
How
होते
have
हैं.
you been
काम पे घोड़ी
recently?
चूम ले.
तो बोला वॉच पार्टी पे.
Your gown.
गुलाब जल जा रहा होता है. मेकअप की क्या
But you don't worry.
वॉच पार्टी पे
It's all
बोलो.
right. Thank you.
जनरल में बोल के.
I'm really sorry. Don't worry about it. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
50 फिल्टर मार रखे.
अगर तुम्हारे दोस्त के तुम्हारे अलावा और भी दोस्त है ना तो वो तुम्हारा दोस्त नहीं मेरे भाई.
अब काले कौवे जब दिक्कत में फंसेगा और दोस्त के कांटेक्ट नहीं होंगे तो एक दूसरे का मुंह में लोगे क्या?
Is it just Paimon or was she acting a bit strange just now?
सोशल मीडिया चाट के बैठे
Wonder
इन
why
सिग्मा
she
झाटू को
wouldn't
लगता है इन्होंने
tell
पूरी
us why
दुनिया
she
देख
was
ली. तो आओ
canceling
यार
her
अपनी
order.
मैच्योरिटी को थैले में बंद कर दो.
It's not a
जिन पे
big
है उनकी
deal.
बात कर रहा हूँ.
These
और
things
शुरू
happen
करते हैं
in a
बिना
family
किसी बकचोदी के.
emergency.
अगर मेरे सामने कोई
Judging
ऐसा
from the
लड़का
look
आएगा
on.
जिसकी बंदी
Well, guess
एक्सट्रीमली
this
हॉट है
means you'll have
और
more
वो एक
time to work on
मैं उसकी बंदी
fashion.
छीन लूंगा.
चिप्स का पैकेट
That's
नहीं है
true.
जो तू छीन लेगा. खुद लैंडिंग
Let's
का
pick
है
up where
नहीं.
we-
और रात चलता चूतिया तुझे फोल्ड करके ना पतंग की तरह
Is
उड़ा
Miss
देगा.
Chiori in?
Virginity है. ये शादी पे दिया
I
जाने
am.
वाला तोहफा.
How can I help you?
जन्मदिन का नहीं.
अब आप पिल्ले
It's just
खंबे पे
Is
मुद्रा
there
सीखा
something
नहीं है,
about-
शादी की
No
बात
need.
कर रहा
And
है.
I'd
कहीं
be
पब्लिक में जाके बोलते हैं तेरी गांड और वर्जिनिटी दोनों
Is
तोड़
there
देंगे.
some
मैं अगर किसी
sugar
लड़की को
lady?
जिसका ऑलरेडी बॉयफ्रेंड है और मैं उसे बढ़िया पेलता हूं, मैं उसे सीधा बोल सकता हूं कि अपने
Haven't you
बॉयफ्रेंड को
heard?
फोन कर 50,000
She
रुपए
ordered
चाहिए.
it.
तो
Just-
मेरा
Well,
sperm
you
निकलना
tell us.
मेरे काम आ रहा है.
I've
अब
been
इमेजिक
a
का में
little
रहता है कि क्या बात
hearsay
है,
and baseless
बचपन में प्यार
slander
नहीं
on
हुआ
a
क्या?
How do these guys upload such videos? कैसे?
अच्छा लग रहा है.
इतना हिम्मत लाते कहाँ से?
Go outside and help these customers with their. And once you're done,
ये मिलते हैं ये बहुत क्या पे मिलते हैं.
खिलाने के बाद ये आइडिया
बाजी की बात करेंगे. अब पागल हो गया क्या? वो भी
रहने के बाद तो डिप्रेशन आता है.
the real
What the hell?
the best way to respond.
क्या मतलब पर्सनल क्लैरिटी ये होता है? Oh my god.
साफ साफ है कि वो किसी और का ले रही है.
It's our
एपेक्स का मुंह खुला और डायरेक्ट
And
वो
what
बोल
about? I think.
एपेक्स सोच के बोलता है.
फिर
No,
जिंदगी
they've
कौन
all-
बनाई है? इससे ब्रेकअप हुआ उसका
Not
ले
just
लिया,
that.
उससे ब्रेकअप हुआ इसका ले लिया.
Alaf,
ये लेने देने
you
के
stay
अलावा
and
और
watch
भी
the
काम
shop.
होते हैं लोगों पे. और
I'll
जैसी
go
इसकी
talk
बातें
to the
इससे ज्यादा
supplier
लड़की तो दीपक
myself.
कलाल पे होंगी.
Hey, एक मिनट.
पहला छोड़ के. और थार बोलेरो कौन सा बर्थडे पार्टी के रिटर्न गिफ्ट में आ रही है? वो भी तो पैसों से आती है. और अब सोशल मीडिया का कौन सा कोने से निकल के आते हैं छिपकली.
Hey, on top, welcome to the stream.
एटीट्यूड ऐसा जैसे ब्रह्मांड खुल जाती है बहनचोद। फिर अब चलते हैं दूसरे सिग्मा मेल पे। प्रस्तुत है नाबालिग का परिचय।
असली क्रिमिनल है वो लड़कियां जो इंटरनेट पर ऑनलाइन अपनी गांड लानी, क्योंकि वो तुम्हें पूरी बॉडी से गाली दे रही है।
तो तू उल्टी गांड हिला देता है क्या? पहली बार देख रहा हूँ किसी को नोरा फतेही ऑफेंसिव लग रही है।
सबसे बड़ी गाली क्या है? सबसे बड़ी बेइज्जती क्या है?
तुझे पैदा
इसको कहीं तो देखा है शायद। ये कौन छूते आदमी है? वेट, ये वही आदमी है ना जो किक वगैरह मारता है,
बाप के पैसे खर्च करना,
बैक फ्लिप करता है,
हर चीज का जवाब यही है तो जिंदगी
कराटे वाला है शायद।
बस बस बस, इतना दिमाग तो चलता ही है।
मैं सिर्फ 3 घंटे सोता हूँ, 21 घंटे काम करता हूँ, 1 घंटे मजे में डांस करता हूँ।
In that case,
सबसे पहले
नए बंदे हैं।
मेल नहीं मैं लाए, और 21 घंटा काम, 3 घंटा आराम, 1 घंटा डांस। बस साले 25 घंटे कब से हो गए दिन में? इसलिए कह रहा हूँ पापी गुड़िया जाके सो जा।
लोग हिटलर को बुरा मानते हैं, मैं हिटलर को बहुत अच्छा मानता हूँ। सिर्फ 1 करोड़ लोगों को मार।
क्यों नहीं हो रही पढ़ाई? क्यों नहीं हो रही पढ़ाई? मेरा नाम लेकर रीले बना रहे हो? जिसकी पक्की उसका घोड़ा, जो रीले बना वो बैठ का लोड़ा।
अगर पेरेंट्स पैशन को फॉलो नहीं करने दे रहे हैं तो क्या किया जाए?
क्या दिख रहा है बे हिटलर का?
पिटाई करो।
नहीं देखा?
पकड़ लेगा बाप।
हिटलर का देखा तू?
नहीं
भाई इस बंदे ने हिटलर का जापानी डब बनाया है।
अबे साले 25 घंटे कब से हो गए दिन में? मैं कह रहा हूँ पापी गुड़िया जाके सो जा।
लोग हिटलर को बुरा मानते हैं, मैं हिटलर को बहुत अच्छा मानता हूँ। सिर्फ 1 करोड़ लोगों
Of
को मार।
course. I wouldn't do anything to one of my business partners, especially when a reasonable conversation should suffice.
अगर पेरेंट्स पैशन को फॉलो नहीं करने दे रहे हैं तो क्या किया जाए? वायलेंस, पिटाई करो।
यूं बुद्धि पकड़ लेगा बाप। इस छेनी के ताने को होना चाहिए। कभी बचपन में मार नहीं लगी है ना इसके?
तो मेरे एक दुश्मन की नुनू में चोट लगी। क्या 8 दोस्त है, 8 ने आगे मेरे ऊपर हमला कर दिया। 8 को मारा मैंने पटक पटक।
ये
लेकिन कैरम नाटी के वीडियोस में आजकल वो जान नहीं रहा जो पहले रहता था।
अरे हाँ, यही वाला वीडियो देखा था मैं, याद है। नीट का भी का जो सीन मालूम है ना, 9-10 लोगों को AIR आया है।
इट्स हर्टलेस नाम के लड़के ने चैलेंज।
हाँ वो वाला ना।
बताऊं 5 दिनों में।
They got the rank but forgot how to celebrate.
Guess what? एक बंदा आकाश का है। Yes.
तेरा बैचमेट?
ना।
क्या किया तुमने? नजर लगा दी उसे, मर गई वो। अब मैं सिंगल हो गया। मेरे बच्चे अनाथ हो गए।
Venger, it's not. We've worked together.
तुम्हें व्हाट पनिशमेंट मिलकर बताऊंगा। इसकी तो अरेंज मैरिज होगी।
when
ऐसा
has-
तो दुश्मन की बेटी भी ना
I
पटे।
don't like to
वो
waste my
लगता है
time on
लड़की भी
baseless
यही है,
lies and
अपने साथ ही game
speculation.
खेल रहा है। इससे
वाह।
बढ़िया
Maybe that's something you
ज़ोबे game
should
खेल लो।
consider as
आजा,
well.
आजा, आजा,
लगा ही
आजा,
था।
You're right.
इतना
I only subscribe to the Steambird, and most days I never even read the
इनके
others.
बाप से। इसलिए
So,
आपका स्वागत है
these
सबसे पहले
rumors.
और आखिरी इंटरव्यू
The
में। आओ मिलते हैं
Steambird was
हमारे
the one that
स्पेशल गेस्ट
published
सिग्मा
them?
टट्टे से।
No. They were in some second-rate fashion tabloids.
Well then,
गाना
there
तो
you
मस्त
go.
इसका।
Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely if the tabloid drama isn't worth cutting off my supply.
इसको कॉपीराइट नहीं लगा है म्यूजिक के लिए?
You would
और भाई
think
कैसे
that.
हो? अरे
नहीं
This
वो
time
अलग है
was
म्यूजिक।
different.
ये क्या कर रहे हो
Someone
भाई?
paid off the
ये क्या तरीका
tabloids
मिलने
to
का?
publish the same article at
इस
once.
सिग्मा में ये क्या है ये?
They
देखो
even
3 तरह
went
के
so
मेल्स
far
होते
as
हैं। A
to
for
leave
alpha,
a
B for
copy.
beta, C for sigma।
house?
सिग्मा तो ऐसे स्टार्ट होता है। किसने बताया? स्कूल में
Someone
टीचर्स ने
must have
बताया।
been
अगर
planning
टीचर्स को
this
सब
for a
पता होता तो
It
उनके पास
seems
लैम्बोर्गिनी
you're
नहीं
What
होती।
sort?
टीचर्स पे कैसे लैम्बोर्गिनी आएगी? एग्जैक्टली
Yesterday.
नहीं आ सकती क्योंकि वो लड़कियां हैं और लड़कियों में खुद दिमाग नहीं
I've
होता।
got
वो
a
क्या
copy.
पढ़ाएंगी? लड़कियों से क्या
See
दुश्मनी
for
है?
yourselves.
दुश्मनी। अरे सर पे चढ़ा रखा है। ये बताओ आज आपने ब्रेकफास्ट में क्या खाया? आलू की पराठी? पराठा होता है। जो भी हो फर्क क्या पड़ता है? फर्क पड़ता है। सारी चीजें फीमेल क्यों है?
I don't
पनीर की
know what
सब्जी,
happened,
उसके साथ रोटी भी रुमाली,
and I don't
बैठ
want
के
to
खा रहे हो
comment on
थाली,
things that
यहाँ
I
तक कि
didn't
abusive
see
words को
with
भी
my
कहते हैं
own
गाली।
eyes.
बहन के लड़। अरे
Still,
होगा तुम्हारी बहन का पर
that
मेरे
photo
भाई का भी तो है।
shows you to
पता है
be
कितना लेफ्ट आउट
the
फील करता है
clear
वो। पता है,
aggressor.
ठीक है कुछ मार के है क्या? आज जस्ट अभी एक लड़की से लड़ाई करके आ रहा हूँ। मजाक कर रहा है? मजाक कर रहा है मेरे साथ? नहीं नहीं सच्ची। मैं अपनी गाड़ी
I
में एल्विश भाई के
appreciate
गानों
you
पे फाइट
standing
कर
up for
रहा
me,
था।
Pablo.
अचानक से एक लड़की
That's right.
स्कूटी पे आती है और मेरी
The
गाड़ी
court
ठोक
of
देती है। मैंने चिल्ला
That
दिया,
was so
अबे साली
In the
बहंगी है
world
क्या?
of
उसने
fact,
कहा,
they claim that most of
The absurdity.
आप बताओ,
well,
किसकी
maybe your clientele, but with the way this
अबे तू तो खुद महंगा है। सही बात है, महंगा नहीं,
Let me
महंगा।
offer
नहीं, मैं महंगा में इंटरेस्ट नहीं रखता।
Have
पीटा
you
मेरे
ever
वाला
thought
game है।
maybe
अबे तू
this
उल्टा पैदा
attitude
हुआ
of
था क्या?
mine is
मेरी
fair
सेक्सुअलिटी पे
enough.
क्वेश्चन मत
Understood.
मैं इतना स्ट्रेट हूँ, मेरे छाट के बाल भी घुंघरा लेनी है। यहाँ तक कि मुठ भी मैं अपने खुद के हाथ से नहीं मारता।
What?
कहाँ से लाए हो इसे? मेरी बर्थ प्लेस
दोस्त बनाते हैं।
बता दे। मेरे बाप के।
Without the accessory.
How could they do this?
Public opinion has never been about.
फालतू बात करने का बड़ा
Well,
शौक है ना तुझे?
guess
ऐसे
all
मामले
we can
बातों
do
का
is
नहीं,
just
गाड़ियों का
head
शौक
back
रखता
for
है। हाई
now.
वैल्यू मैन। अच्छा, कौन सी गाड़ी तेरे पास? जी वैगन।
मुझे लगा ही था।
वैगनर। बड़ी मस्तानी गांड हो आप। अच्छा ये बता, ये जो तू बोल बोल के बच्चों में टॉक्सिसिटी भर रहा है, तेरे को गलत नहीं लगता?
Looking for you, of course.
Did you see those fashion
एक सिग्मा मेल
tabloids
बस
this
यही
morning?
बताता है कि लड़कियों को
You
कैसे
mean
रखा
that you
जाता
two?
है। बिकॉज एक
Whoever
लड़का और
wrote that
लड़की
Miss
कभी
Chiori
इक्वल नहीं हो
gets
सकते।
me?
लड़कों का
It's
काम
my
है बच्चे
pledge she
डालना
was
और
the-
लड़कियों का काम है बच्चे
Speaking
निकालना। इसमें क्या है, साइंस उसे मानता है। एक दिन बहुत गंदा पिटेगा तू अगर अभी तक नहीं पिटा है तो। एक लड़की कितने भी थप्पड़ घूंसे मार ले, एक सिग्मा मेल को कभी कुछ फील नहीं होता।
I think
फिर से
Chiori
लड़की
Boutique
काम
is
करता
done
टेस्ट कर
for.
लेते हैं। बोला ना जरा।
I mean, what did they
अरे ये तो वही
expect?
स्कूटी वाली।
Engaging with criminals behind their
हाँ भाई,
customers.
They kept up a solid front, though.
नहीं।
I've even bought from them before.
सिग्मा मेल रोता नहीं बल्कि रुलाता है।
How was it?
Are you getting me now? बिल्कुल नहीं। अच्छा ये बता, कभी सीरियस रिलेशनशिप में रहा है? हाँ, अभी भी हूँ। अच्छा, उसको लाया इधर? सबको लाया। सबको? ये मेरी ऑन कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ बिजनेस पार्टनर्स है। अच्छा, क्या
Miss Chiori
मैं
gets
जहाँ
also-
बोलता हूँ वहाँ जाती है। इंटरनेशनल क्लाइंट्स हमारे। You see, एक सिग्मा मेल हमेशा बिजनेस खड़ा करता है, इसलिए मैंने खड़ा करने का बिजनेस खड़ा किया है। मेरे अब्बा जान कहते थे कोई भी धंधा बड़ा या छोटा नहीं होता। ये तो अम्मी जान का डायलॉग है। हाँ, पर उन्हें कभी बोलने नहीं दिया। You see, एक सिग्मा मेल कभी किसी लड़की की बात नहीं सुनता है। मैंने तो अपनी माँ का दूध भी नहीं पिया है। जब मैं 2 घंटे का था तब से प्रोटीन शेक पी रहा हूँ। क्या पागल आदमी।
This is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see Miss Chiori.
Oh,
क्या कर रहा है?
Yeah.
दिखता नहीं है, सिगार जला
Probably
रहा है। चूतिया बीड़ी है। एक
My
सिग्मा में उस
fiancé
बीड़ी को
owns a
जलाता है वो
small
अपने आप
business.
सिगार बन जाती है।
It
सेंस
doesn't
नहीं है इस
bring
बात
in a
की।
lot
सेंस
of
तो
more
लड़कियों में भी
that
नहीं
we
है।
get by.
लड़की पे कैसे चढ़ जाता है?
Probably.
जरूरी नहीं है।
And
कभी कभी
then-
वो मुझ पे भी चढ़ जाता है।
Yes.
इसी एक सिग्मा में हमेशा ऐसी
Well, it is good.
तो
Well,
female है।
he's seen a lot. Yeah.
फीमेल है।
माफ कर दो दीदी।
Miss Letitia.
ये जितने भी
I'd
सिग्मा
really
बने
like to
घूम रहे हैं
use
ना,
your
सुनो।
store.
असली जिंदगी में
I think we
अल्फा,
go-
बीटा, गामा,
Huh?
घोड़ा, लहसुन सब बनना पड़ता है।
we
बस
were.
वक्त की बात है। इन सोशल मीडिया के
in
दुनिया
that
के
case,
चक्कर में अपनी
why don't
जिंदगी
we
बर्बाद
split
मत
up?
करो। अब अगर तुम्हें ये वीडियो पसंद आए तो लाइक मारो, एम कर।
अच्छो वेदरिंग वेव में कैक्टस कैसे निकालना जानता है? लाइक कौन से अकाउंट अच्छा है कैसे मालूम करना है?
7 अकाउंट बना दे।
वही 7 अकाउंट बना ले।
साउथ वाह
नहीं मैं बताता हूँ क्यों। देखो बताता हूँ मैं क्यों।
हाँ बता
स्ट्रीम देख। फर्स्ट अकाउंट का नसीब बहुत खराब। सारे के सारे अकाउंट के नसीब खराब हैं सिवाय ये अकाउंट के। ये अकाउंट का नसीब देख।
क्या सब अबे
There you are, Chiori.
सब मिल गया वाह
ये अकाउंट का नसीब है उसके बाद ये देख।
How did you know
वाह
where
भाई।
अरे वाह
Ilov told you, didn't she?
और इट्स नॉट लाइक कि मैं
Wanna sit here with me?
अच्छा खासा कुछ ग्राइंड किया होऊंगा। हाँ
इतने अकाउंट बनाने पड़ेंगे भाई
मोटिवेशन लेला काम आया ना तू।
ये देख ये मेरे को मिला है आई थिंक सो तेरे के 18 के पीटी में मेरे को वेपन मिला है। ठीक है इसका 18 का पीटी में वेपन मिला है। उसके जीएन देख 5
Well,
10
how does it
15
feel?
16 के पीटी में जीएन फिर 5 10
I didn't grow up. I would get together.
ये 15
But even
16
as
के
my
पीटी में
adventures
यनलेन
it was as if I discovered a whole new world.
और ये सब के सब जो हम लोग अकाउंट क्रिएट करते समय हम लोग को पीटी लाइक दिए नहीं थे 30 विशेष
My parents
उससे निकले हैं।
and they sent me to study it.
You were that.
I wasn't misbehaving.
यहाँ भी ऐसा ही हुआ है सेम।
That. Anyway,
No wonder.
I was
बस ये बात अलग है कि मेरे को 7 अकाउंट बनाने पड़े उसके लिए।
To strive towards.
After that, I came. I had a lot of fun.
मैं मेन अकाउंट में तो सिर्फ 2 कैरेक्टर्स हैं।
Yeah.
वो अपनी
Who would have thought?
ये
Alright.
उसके बाद वो शील्डर
It was never gone to begin with.
Paimon thinks
उसके
we
बाद ये
should look for
ये
evidence
बस 2
that
कैरेक्टर्स हैं
Kara
उस
wrote that
वो
article,
अकाउंट में
and that he hired those treasure hoarders to attack
और
the
सब
rival.
4 स्टार्स हैं। बहुत गंदा लग है उसमें।
On an article to address all those nasty rumors so we can publish all our findings in the Steambird.
ना तो समझा कैसे विश करते हैं मीटिंग वेल में।
समझ गया भाई अब क्या ही करें
But
आगे
और
जाके क्या पता
उससे
लगता
नहीं
हो जाए इसमें तुम्हारा
और उसके पहले एक दिन पहले बोल कि मैं वेदरिंग वेव क्या बोलते क्विट कर रहा हूँ करके।
it might be a good place to start looking for
Yes.
some evidence.
मैं लाइव स्ट्रीम में करते बोलते कि मैं लीव कर रहा हूँ वेदरिंग वेव मैं और नहीं खेल रहा।
अरे इसका आउटरो नहीं देखा।
There's always next year, right? So there's no need to be too upset.
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week. I'm doing both.
But your accessories. Didn't you say your designs were unusable without them?
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that, but To tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember Inazuma and the vow I made in front of those masters. Thinking about all that, I just can't bear to take even one step back. The sea.
What
The sea. I've got it.
Got what?
Come, let's take a dip, shall we?
Chiori! Wait,
Fun.
hold up!
कंफ्यूजन है। खैर ये बताओ क्या है? ये मैं हूँ, एक चूतिया जो इन पे वीडियो बना रहा है। तो आओ यार, शुरू करते हैं बिना किसी बकचोदी के। अरे रुको, बीवी नाराज हो रही है। क्या लेके जाऊं घर? पार्ले जी वाला ऑमलेट सर। अरे बीवी के लिए चाहिए, कुतिया के लिए नहीं। खैर पार्ले जी तो कुत्ते भी नहीं खाते। ये देखिए गाइस, इंडिया का बिगेस्ट लैंडा सुबह निकलेगा नहीं, सी सेक्शन करवाना पड़ेगा। अब चने घोड़े खा गए क्या? तो गोलगप्पे में चिकन डाल दिया। चाट वाले की चाटा मारो।
Chiori, why did you just jump into the sea all of
ये
a
सब
sudden?
यूजुअली मुंबई दिल्ली में होता है ना, तो ट्राई कर तो फूड वॉकर बन तू भी
मरना नहीं मुझे ऐसे
कर लो
ट्राई कर,
मिलेंगे इससे।
वही व्यूज अच्छे मिलेंगे ना तू।
लॉगर तो नौ है।
करना
तो
क्या,
बन गया।
खा के दिखाना है।
काव्यांश को भी साथ ले जा, काव्यांश को खिलाना, तू वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करना।
जिंदा रहना है मुझको।
नहीं तो काजुटो को ले जा, काजुटो तो तेरा अभी ये है ना, घर के पास ही रहता है शायद से।
वो मार देगा वो सामने वाले।
ओके
वो तमंचा लेकर आएगा साथ।
वो दिखा रहा, ठीक है।
इसकी ऑनलाइन क्लासेस पे ध्यान दिया करो यार। अभी ये बना के ना तो तुम
तमंचा बिहार का है, यूपी बिहार लगा ही था तमंचा जब तू बोला। मेरे दोस्त भी मेरे को बोला तमंचा खरीदना है क्या तेरे को, एक बिहारी है मेरा दोस्त।
देखते हैं प्लेट पे डाल के कैसी लगती है।
Should be enough, right?
मैं बोल रहा भाई तू ही रख।
All the prettiest ones in this area.
आर्टिस्ट है।
Chiori will be
सीखो इससे। तुम यहाँ लड़कियों के पीछे भाग रहे हो, वो क्रिएटिविटी चोद रहा है। नहीं आएगी तो सही ड्यूल की भी
Everything looks great. I've also collected a pretty big batch, so we should have enough.
भी टूंडा है।
So are we gonna head back now and make some new designs?
Nah, I can't watch this shit. मैं जा रहा हूँ, बाय बाय। बहुत हो गया ये देख के ना। I love my food. मैं अभी तक डिनर करने का हूँ।
नॉलेज मिल रहा है, ले लो।
We've got the materials for the
डिनर तो अभी मैं भी करने वाला हूँ वैसे।
Next, we'll need to use what we have on hand to create some new outfits.
You mean we have to start from scratch? Will there be enough time?
I should be able to make it if I skip out on sleep.
Oh no, skipping out on sleep is not the answer. Wait, how come this conversation is giving Paimon major deja vu?
Ganyu? Who's that?
A friend of ours who does way too much. Well, anyway, sleep is.
What?
What else can we help?
I suppose I'll.
You got?
You heard me. Tear the. When I went to the, I had to make some. If it worked back then.
What?
I know. No need to be nervous. Of course. Just this once, though. I think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your emotions.
Crumble apart!
Good job. That should do it.
Chiori, are you alright? Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up and... Whoa. What happened to your shop? Who did this? Those monsters. Slandering you in the papers. Give me their names. Since they're all too eager to tear up other people's clothes...
Maybe you should calm down a bit first, 'cause you see,
Huh?
Ugh, what is this?
Oh, Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a...
You and
Of course. Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous out...
No.
Plus, with how much your intel is...
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both...
If it's not too much trouble.
Oh, no problem. When are you going to...
Actually...
Ask away.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, Could you help me?
I'm done with my interview. Has Miss Chiori made it back yet? Oh! What happened to the... Who did this? Give me names. I'll make sure...
Not this again.
Lenny, Lynette! Great, you're both here.
A moment later, and
We read the article in the papers. We were just about to... She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances.
Oh, perfect. She was the one who sent us.
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help.
Okay, so it's like...
Is that all we'll need to do?
should be a piece of cake for the two of us.
Paimon's glad to hear it. Well then, guess it's about time we go. Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her.
But the show's in enough...
Well,
A two-pronged...
Courtesy first.
Understood.
All right, retcon. Okay, then let... Oh, let's dance.
I'm not guessing. Take a guess.
Gotta find that bell.
I'll take a guess.
Oh, you're here.
Chiori!
Just a few...
Wow, that's...
Don't worry.
Okay.
His factory. We're just curious.
Wow.
Anyway, Uter's factory is right over there. We have different marketing strategies. While I specialize in high-end custom garments, he prefers low prices.
All right.
You make a good point.
We're in. There really is nobody here.
Welcome, dear visitors.
Oh, Paimon nearly fell out of the air. What is that thing?
A mechanical guide. They usually use a recorded tape to give you a tour of the factory.
Please follow me, dear guests. First stop on our tour is a look at the gradual evolution of our clothing brand. After that, we welcome you to peruse our most popular styles.
Huh. Uter seems to be doing pretty well for himself, doesn't he? Why would he feel the need to bother you when he could just focus on improving his own brand?
This is the studio where our designs are made. Please, take a look around at your leisure.
Yep, this seems like Uter's workspace, all right. Let's see what we can find.
These are the fitting rooms. Please use them at your leisure.
Huh? There seems to be something in this fitting room. Why did the door just close?
Hold on tight, Paimon.
Ah! Why is it moving? Ah!
It seems to have stopped.
Where did this thing take us?
Seems like we're someplace deeper inside the factory.
Look out! There are guards here! Everyone okay?
Not good. No, my sword.
Let the show begin. Huh.
Drops of color. Scatter.
This place is...
Look over.
Ooh, that water looks...
And I was the one using unsafe material.
So he was actually...
No wonder his clothes always felt weird to the touch. He's been using...
Should...
Never mind issues with shrink.
That's... This way he won't be able to try and deny anything in court. Huh? Doesn't look like there's a path here.
Follow me. Let's go up.
This place seems like... Huh? What's going on? Our way in's been blocked.
Seems like he...
You did say he knew you really well, didn't you?
Yes. And that's because...
Wait, you're practically at each other's throats!
When I first came to Fontaine, we were both fledgling designers who longed to gain a foothold in the world of fashion. We shared the same goal. In the beginning, we both wanted to make clothes that would stand out from the crowd and shatter tradition. The kind of clothes that would turn heads and leave people in... But with every criticism we received, and every sponsor that rejected us, finally, right before Fashion Week, he came to the conclusion that we wouldn't be able to make the for my part. I gambled it all, and devoted everything I had to that 1 week. I came out the other side with something that really made me proud. I was nervous to present it, of course, but I knew it was my chance to show the industry what I was made of.
You received the acclaim of all Fontaine while Uter gave up on his dream and...
I don't know the... Well, let's focus on getting out of here first. Missing the show is as good as letting him win.
doesn't seem to have done anything.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Rain outlines your fate. No, my sword!
I'll protect us.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Rain cutter!
Commit it to memory.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning. Warning.
Look over there. Seems like there's a way out. Maybe we can use these mechanisms to get higher.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
We finally made it out. Why does it feel like the movement patterns of those mechs have changed?
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders initiating shutdown procedure. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders initiating shutdown procedure.
You picked the wrong fight!
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders initiating shutdown procedure.
We're finally out of that stinky place. Let's take this evidence and get out of here. Finally, the entrance! At last!
Oh, those chambers couldn't hold you, I see.
We've collected a bunch of evidence on all the—
The evidence on your person, you mean?
More mechanical guards?
Oh, but
What?
proving that... Spare me the...
Fashion?
Well, once the people witnessed their former darling's spectacular fall...
That's what...
He realized long ago how...
You gave up on your dream. But that wasn't enough, was it? You had to find... You think you understand. This whole...
Pathetic.
You're right. But more pitiful...
You...
Yeah, just leave this guy to—
No.
But he—
It'll be fine. Just go to the venue and tell I'll deal with him. Some lesson...
catch up with us soon.
Trying to leave, are we?
I've held back all this time because of our past partnership, Uter. But all that changed after our tour of your factory.
Still,
no matter what you've been through, no matter why, if I may borrow the words of a friend, a guy like you doesn't deserve my sympathy. Allow me to show...
The Chioria brand represents more than a person or a trademark. It's a way of life.
Greetings, friends at Fontaine Fashion Week. Please feast your eyes on the extravaganza that Chioria Boutique has prepared for you today.
Brilliant, dazzling, and wholly unique. And most importantly,
An enduring, never-say-die spirit. That's the true meaning of the Chioria brand. And now, let's welcome the thundering seamstress, Miss Chiori herself!
Did Chiori not...
Lights! Cameras! Over here, please!
Let the show begin.
the world may change, fashion along with it, but Chioria will remain the same. No challenge is too great. Chioria caters to no one. Not even the times. Rather, Chioria will always lead the fashion of our time. Finally, let's not forget. Only those who do not give up on their dreams are worthy of this brand. Well then, I suppose all that's left to say is, Happy Fashion Week, fellow dreamers.
How about...
A little more to the left.
Like this?
Perfect.
Phew. Oh, that looks...
Of course.
I didn't know you'd make a brand new signboard.
I made it before.
Well...
Now that you mention it, perhaps our magic troupe could use...
Our signatures are the Grinmalkin cat and the Bogglecat box. Oh, and we need to add Pear as well.
Pear would need an alias, of course. How about... the Hangry Bird.
So, does that mean your signboard is going to be 2 cats and a penguin?
Ooh, that sounds super...
And a bit...
Miss Chiori, I'm done taking pictures. You can expect the article in tomorrow...
Thank you, Charlotte.
It's my pleasure. Bringing the truth to light is a journalist...
Going forward, feel free to custom order any accessories you need for Monsieur Verite. It's on the house.
Huh? You...
Of course. The same goes for you too, Linny and Lynette. If you have need of any What about something other than a costume?
Thank you, Chiori. It's much...
Well, I don't really need anything. Just don't be... I don't need anything either. So long as you continue to request my international courier services from Komania Express, we're golden.
Actually, that reminds me. When...
About that.
The Spina di Rosula has prepared a special vehicle for you, so you can just get in and we'll push it all the way out of Fontaine.
What? No, that's so embarrassing. Ooh, do we get something nice too, Chio?
Of course. Just hold on a second.
Disrupting public order at the show. Appropriating venue lighting equipment without authorization. Using weaponry in public. Hosting a dangerous performance.
Chevras, we can...
If you come across anyone who matches those descriptions, please report.
Enjoyed that, didn't you?
You knew, says the one who pulled that stunt earlier. How about you do me if...
And if I had...
No.
but it would have at least. Well, I would say I more than made it up to you.
All right.
Well, friends,
I'll have to take. Oh, by the way,
I don't need to hear. Thanks again.
my pleasure. Oh, that was really quite an.
You don't say.
all right, all right. Follow me.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go wait for me at that place with the view? I'll let Navia know that we'll be a little late. There's something I'd like to give you.
A place with a view? Oh, Paimon knows where.
Perfect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, we didn't wait long at all. But what did...
Here, take the...
Oh, wow! A brooch! And in the style of Chioria Boutique, too! Wait, Paimon gets one as well?
I've only made 2 for now. After much consideration, I decided to give them to you two. You've been a great help. There were even...
Well, we may have helped a little.
I know for certain that was not the case. I've chased my dream for so long that I've come to apart from... A single person can only do so much. Without all your help, Chioria Boutique could have easily fallen.
Well,
perhaps my work... I'm confident...
Well, should...
Oh, yes, you know...
Curiosity deserves a reward.